Good afternoon. I'd like to introduce myself first. My name is Robin Hill, and I'm going to be taking some time to answer the prompts for this week, starting with how are the existential and Gestalt therapies similar and different? So, for me personally, I found a lot of similarities between the two, and it seems that the Gestalt is kind of based off premises of existential, in that they both highly value the client becoming their authentic self, and they place a great emphasis on the here and now rather than kind of dealing with problems in the client's past. But they are different too, especially in their therapeutic techniques. Gestalt seems to have some typical techniques that can be replicated, among sessions, whereas existentialism allows for different techniques. There's not just, a common one among most clients. They're kind of just back and forth, different ones. So I want to move on to the next question, and that's the strengths and limitations of each. Let's see, first I'd like to acknowledge a common strength between the two is the importance of the therapeutic relationship. I know earlier Gestalt was more of a confrontational and directive relationship between the therapist and the client, but I did read a lot saying that that's kind of changed and shifted to where there's more of a mutual relationship with Gestalt like there was with existentialism. Both also have genuine respect for the client, and it seems that existentialism deals more with what Tan 2011 referred to as the core issues, which are, death, freedom, isolation, meaninglessness. However, this could also be a weakness. Like, it could be seen both ways, as some clients come in and need alleviation of their symptoms rather than just dealing with those core issues. They might need something else from us. Let's see. A weakness of Gestalt could also be that it's too positive in regard to human nature, which kind of leads us into that third prompt, asking, what are some ways that each are compatible and incompatible with Christian perspective? And with Gestalt emphasizing too much on the positive of human nature, it kind of has a disregard for the dark side. As Tan mentioned, biblically, we are of a sinful nature. Humans are, and that is, a result from the fall of man. And not just Gestalt, but it didn't seem as though existentialism gave much regard for the darker side of human nature either. But both theories do have some compatibility, as they both value humans becoming their authentic self. However, they're also, you have to be careful not to cross the line there of humans becoming self-absorbed and relying on themselves for things that the Bible clearly tells us to depend on Jesus for. Like, we could get our clients too caught up in self-reliance and just being too absorbed, like I said, too absorbed in themselves, that they think that they are capable of all things when, biblically we know that through Christ, we can do all things. So for the last one, the last prompt, ask limitations on measurable outcomes for clients. Now, this is also a similarity between both of them, as we've seen in the past with the Adlerian and the psychoanalytic, is that there's limited empirical research for these theories, as there's just not a solid way to measure the effectiveness. But it did say that research has shown to be moderately effective as far as the Gestalt, according to Tan 2011, and both were found to be better than no treatment. And I think that's kind of something common we've also seen in other theories. Some treatment is better than no treatment. However, there's limited to no research on that effect on children, but they do find it to be effective with personality disorders like substance abuse addiction, psychosomatic problems. But with Gestalt and existentialism, more research is needed. Sorry for that. I'm actually dealing with COVID in our family, so kind of having a hard time tonight. But hopefully that answered all the prompts, and the resource will be given below. Thank you.